Ooh, that's that big drip, big wrist, big body, big whips, big.
What's good, Lit Squad? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about long distance relationships and how to handle it. Now, I know that some people don't like doing long distance relationships because they feel like they can't handle them, or they feel like, well, they live far away and I want to see him and da 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 da. I mean, I get it, right? Like, I understand where y'all are coming from, right? But we can't stop the love we have for somebody. We can't have the love we have for somebody stop just because they live far away from us. You know, they could live, and really, like, it doesn't even have to be a full long distance relationship. It can be, they could live an hour away from you, 2 hours away from you, 30 minutes away from you, 5 hours away from you. It doesn't matter. You know, now maybe I can understand. Well, no, I really don't understand. Even if they live like if you lived in Chicago and they lived in like Texas or something, you know, yeah, you would have to get on a plane and go and see them. Like, you can't drive. I mean, you could drive and go and see them too, but that's a long drive that I know some people don't want to drive that far. But if you are strong enough, if you love that person to death, and you are strong enough to be with that person and know that they are trying, or not even trying, like, just know that you love them and they love you and y'all love each other in the same amount, and that shouldn't stop you guys from being in a relationship just because you guys live far away. Because at some point you will make a way to go see that person. You know, you can drive and go and see them on your time off or on their time off. You can get on a plane and go and see them. Nothing should stop you from being in love with a person that you're in love with. You know, yes, I understand it. Long distance relationships can be stressful. Well, not really stressful, but they could be a handful because you want to see your significant other so bad, but you can't because you don't have a car, or you don't have the money to get a plane ticket to go and see him. I understand it. But maybe you have parents that you can ask to drive you to go see him. Maybe you have a friend that you can ask to drive you and go see him. You have a lot of options to go see your significant other if they live far away, you know. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be, they don't have to live that far away from you. They could be in a state that's 6 hours away from you, right? That still counts, I guess, as a long distance relationship. Me, I wouldn't really call it a long distance relationship. I would just call it a regular, yeah, like, you guys don't live in the same state, but I mean, you could drive to whatever state they're in if it's close enough, you know. But I feel like what we have to stop doing is, yes, we like that person, but then we find out where they live at, and then we're like, oh, well, I can't be with you because we live too far away from each other. It shouldn't even be like that. It should be, oh yeah, let's at least try it. If we don't want to do it after we try it, then we don't have to. But at the end of the day, if you really love somebody, you should be able to go through anything with that person. Long distance relationship, even if you guys are living with each other. Like, it should still be that genuine love connection there that you guys are never gonna let go of each other. You guys can work through everything together, even if you guys do live away from each other. It's still like, I love you to death. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna see each other soon. You know. I feel like if you can't handle a long distance relationship, then don't get into one. If you know that that person lives in another state and you feel like you can't do a long distance relationship, then just tell them straight up, I don't want to be in a long distance relationship because I know how it feels, you know, or I don't want to do it because I know how I'm going to get. Don't ever get in a relationship just because you love somebody or are in love with somebody, and then when you get in that relationship, you feel like you don't want to be committed to them, or you guys are together for a long time, and then you don't want to be with them because you can't see them, or you live far away and some more stuff. It's like, then what was the point in getting together with them? It doesn't make any sense to me, you know. And even in the previous video, like, make sure that you know where the person you're talking to lives at before you get into a relationship. Because if you talk to them and then you get with them and then say, like a couple months or even a year later, I don't know, but that's just the estimate. But like, if you with somebody, you talk all this time to somebody, with somebody, and then all of a sudden you text them or call them and tell them that you can't do it anymore because they live far away. That's gonna hit them where it hurts, because it's like they did all of this just to get heartbroken because you don't want to be in a long distance relationship. That don't make sense. And this goes for kings and queens, the both of y'all. If the girl knows that she can't do long distance relationships, then she should tell you that she don't want to be in a long distance relationship. If the dude feels like he can't be in a long distance relationship, he should tell her that he doesn't want to do this because he can't do long distance relationships. It should never be, oh yeah, I'll do it because I love you and some more stuff. Like, no, it's not genuine at that point. It's like you're only doing it because I love you. It's not doing it because I actually want to be with you. It's like, and then a year comes by and you break up with them because you can't do a long distance relationship. Then you shouldn't have got in that relationship. Let's be 1,000. What's the point of getting in that relationship if you are just going to break up with them at the end of the day and you know that you don't want to be in a long distance relationship? You could have texted somebody or found somebody who lives where you live at instead of finding somebody who lives far away from you, got with them, and then tell them that you can't do it no more. What was the point? First of all, you're hurting him or her, and then they feel like they can't trust nobody, and then when they find somebody else that they talk to or anything like that, then they feel like they can't be with them or talk to them because of what you did. And you hurt them bad because you said that, because you got with them and then you said that you couldn't be in a long distance relationship. That doesn't make any sense. Even back in my old videos when I was talking about what was I saying? When you love somebody, I don't think that was in my last video or my other sit down videos, but when you love somebody, nothing should stop you from, when you genuinely love somebody, nothing should stop you from being with them. It doesn't matter if you live far, far away from them. You know, they live in a whole nother country, you live in the United States. I understand that that's a real long distance relationship. Like, you never know, you know. But again, if that happens, you are the decision maker at the end of the day. You decide what you want to do. Nobody decides what you want to do. If you want to get with this person, you want to get with that person, you know where they live at, that's on you, not on them. It's on them too, but then you break up with them when you specifically said that you wanted to be in a relationship with them, but then you break up with them because now all of a sudden you can't do long distance relationships. That comes back to fall on you, and that's karma. At the end of the day, something's gonna happen bad back to you. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come back around and happen to you. You're gonna get with somebody, and then they're gonna turn around and tell you that they can't do it no more. It doesn't make any sense. We have to learn how to first figure out where the person we're talking to lives at. And then if we want to be with them, genuinely make it to where you want to be with them. Instead of saying, I want to be with you, and then saying, oh, I don't want to do it no more. That doesn't make any sense. Because for one, you're hurting them, and they thought that you loved them to death, when they could have been out here doing what they was doing, but then they stopped all of that just to be with you. It doesn't make any sense. So, moral of the story, just make sure that you know the person that you make sure you know where the person you're talking to lives at. Because if you know that they live far away and you still get in a relationship with them and then break up with them because they live far away, that's wrong. So like I said, just make sure before you get with that person, you know where he or she lives at. And then if you still want to be in a relationship with them, even if they do live far away from you, go on ahead. But make sure you're doing it in a genuine way. Alright. Anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Lit Squad. See you guys tomorrow for another video. And I'm out.